The new target of the gold mining industry is here in the forest of central Virginia. Peaceful, pristine Buckingham County, about an hour's drive south of Charlottesville. Population 17,000, about 30 people per square mile. It's mostly rural. There is a kindness about the people of Buckingham County that you can see even behind a mask. There is a lot of respect here. Loving kindness is common. Living by the golden rule is expected, even in the pandemic. But there is rising cause for serious worry. A donkey makes that sound when it senses a threat to the herd, usually from coyotes or wolves. The threat to this entire section of the county is coming from a foreign company that has no connection to the people or the land. Just out of sight under those trees is where the Canadian mining company Aston Bay Holdings would like to begin ripping up thousands of acres to create Virginia's first modern gold mine. To get their hands on the gold they know is there, worth about $1,800 an ounce on this day, the company will have to blow up millions of tons of rock. To pull out tiny amounts of gold from the rocks, they must use some of the most dangerous toxic chemicals in the world, including cyanide and arsenic. The gold mining industry claims its operations are safe, but they cannot control violent weather, and they cannot prevent all human error. When the weather is violent and when mistakes are made, toxic chemicals destroy the land and poison the water for miles around the mines. Buckingham County residents live very close to where the mine would be.
My name is Charles.
Hey, my name's Lily. Hey, my name's Cora.
I've been here all my life and I want to stay here. I don't want to have to leave. I want my kids to be able to grow up here and have the same life that I did in a peaceful, quiet, beautiful community.
My name's Denise Williams. I'm a physician. I've lived in the Buckingham County, Southern Albemarle area for 38 years, and I practiced medicine here for over 25. The pollution from gold mines includes many toxic chemicals such as mercury, cyanide, arsenic. These chemicals get into the soil, groundwater, streams, and rivers, not only right near the mine, but extending many miles beyond the mine. These chemicals get into the food chain through plants, fish, other animals, and eventually, unfortunately, to us. They can cause cancer, diseases of the brain, the liver, and the kidneys. But most concerning is the effect these elements have on pregnant women, their fetuses, and children whose brains are developing. These elements, especially arsenic, mercury, and lead, have been shown to cause low birth weight, birth defects, preterm birth, and neurologic developmental problems that can lead to low IQ and learning disabilities. These chemicals will stay around long after the mine closes and continue to cause disease.
We have well water here. Everybody in this area has well water. And the chemicals that they use causes acid mine runoff. It causes all of these chemicals to just pollute the groundwater, to pollute the streams and the rivers. And it makes it unlivable.
We will have to vacate because this is underground water source. That's our only water. Water is life.
We grow medicinal herbs and hemp for health benefits. Water is one of the most important aspects of our farm. Water pollution by possible gold mining is one of the most damaging things that could happen to our farm. It will all be destroyed.
Beyond the canine welcoming committee sits a little farm owned by a former United States Marine who owns a strong sense of Buckingham County community responsibility.
They discovered another quartz outcropping with possible gold ore in it right next to my road over here, which is all on Weyerhaeuser land. So with it being so close, if they do open a mine, this entire area will be devastated.
Paul heard that the mining company was hoping to model its Buckingham open pit operation based on one outside Kershaw, South Carolina. So he drove down there to see how the mine was contributing to the local quality of life.
I went by the firehouse because I was trying to find something that the mine had actually contributed to the town. because I was asking, well, have they built a new wing on the local school or anything? And everyone's like, no. So I saw the firehouse, and it's like, okay, surely, because they're so close to the mine and they would be first responders, surely they got upgraded equipment from the mine, because it would be in the mine's best interest. And the fire chief told me that the mine only provided them with a new laptop, only after they asked for it. And that was it.
Meanwhile, members of this historic black church expect nothing but trouble from the gold mine. In fact, they say they've had some already during the exploration stage.
My name is Mary Harper. I am one of the trustees here at Warminster Baptist Church. I am deeply concerned about the devastation of digging for gold. It's ruining our neighborhood. The water, wells drying up. The forest is not going to be the same. The value of the property is going down. We don't need nobody digging for gold.
If we was to be pushed off our land, where would we go? We have nowhere else to go. But this is our home, and this is where we want to remain. This is my father, Willie Perkins Sr. This is my mother, Dorothy Perkins. This is my grandmother, Miss Lena Perkins, and my uncle, my dad's brother, James Major Perkins. They lived here, and they died in Buckingham County. And we don't want our cemetery to be disturbed. If we move, what would happen? If we lost our land because of this gold mine, what would happen to our cemetery?
Toxic gold mining will threaten the land, homes, and cemeteries of our neighbors who are descended from slaves. Allowing yet another violation of this community would be nothing short of immoral racism.
These toxic infrastructures, they pick on the blacks, people of color, poor communities, to want to build these infrastructures. Devastation.
It feels like another extension of racism, doesn't it?
It is. That is systemic. And we are just a small group of people that always getting pushed around, trying to get pushed because of our color of our skin, and we are not, accepting the way things are.
The Reverend Ernie Seaver Moore agrees with Deacon Perkins. Moore is the executive director of Yogaville, the global yoga teaching center in Buckingham County. Every year, before the pandemic, more than 7,000 students flocked to Yogaville. Yogaville is one of the largest employers of the county when there's no pandemic. It's about 1,000 acres, has 100 private homes, with more under construction. Yogaville strongly opposes the gold mine project.
Having a gold mine in a residential area is astounding. It's going to ruin the water table for all these hundreds of homes in this area, not just Yogaville, but all the wonderful neighbors all around that area. Then what are you going to do? You're going to have to pipe water here for millions. It's going to cost millions and millions of dollars to pipe water to all these homes out here. It's just not a good idea. Well, where they want to have this open pit gold mining is uphill. It's about, the elevation is up on top of this road on the end. We're down on the lower end here. We're about 150 feet elevation-wise lower than where the gold mining would happen. Well, as you see, the wells around here are about 200 feet deep on average. These pits are much deeper than that, and you're going to interact with all that. You're going to disturb the water aquifer. All these creeks, everything from that area drains downhill into the James River.
Mining companies rely on the short memories of the public about gold mining disasters, some of which have polluted surrounding areas for as much as 50 miles. If that were to happen here in Buckingham County, the poisoned water would eventually flow into the James River and into major watersheds, all the way south to the state capital at Richmond, a city of almost 250,000. So literally millions of Virginians would be put at risk. And for what? A handful of jobs and the greed of the investors. Remember, the gold doesn't stay in the state of Virginia, it leaves town. The mining industry is watching the Buckingham County case very closely. If Virginia does not stop Aston Bay Holdings, we should expect an invasion of the state by gold mining companies.
Hi, my name is Chad Oba. I am a co-founder and the president of Friends of Buckingham. I live here in the Union Hill neighborhood, about 5 miles from the gold exploration area. We share the same aquifer here, so if their water is poisoned by a gold mine, ours will be too. So we are sharing the same fate, and we've done this before, and we know how to fight. For almost 6 years, the little nonprofit organization we founded, Friends of Buckingham, helped organize the determined opposition to a multi-billion-dollar fracked gas pipeline project which threatened our health and safety. With our friends and allies in the climate and environmental justice movement, we surprised the big money interest and we won. Today, it's the gold mining people who think they're going to roll over us simple country folk. They're blowing smoke onto our local officials while telling them that it's sunshine. They're saying that their approach to mining would not hurt the environment. This is the same playbook of nonsense that we heard from the pipeline people. It is untrue and it is misleading. This is the same as it is with the gold mine. We will not stand by and allow them to devastate our land and poison our water while they and their investors get rich. This is a moral issue. It is a matter of sustaining life, of human rights. We will fight this. Please join us.